John?
There's plenty of anecdotal reports, for sure, particularly with ayahuasca. I mean, if you look at reports of indigenous Amazonians who use ayahuasca ritually, traditionally, then you get these reports of people meeting the spirit of their mother in this reality and then coming back to normal waking reality and finding out that their mother had died that night, or, these kind of things, which aren't controlled. It's pure anecdotal evidence, really. Lots of that kind of thing. Weird coincidences. That a spirit, an entity tells them, you need to call Joe, he's in trouble. Then you call him after you come down from the trip and, he's had a car accident, or this kind of thing, yeah? But I think there are people that take this idea seriously and actually think that psychedelics, more generally, could be useful in some kind of psychic ability, because what psychedelics do is, one of the broad effects of psychedelics is to increase the sensitivity of the brain to incoming information. So this is why if you take LSD or magic mushrooms, the colours seem brighter, the world seems more vivid and intense and kind of imbued with meaning. It's like you're seeing the world anew in some sense. And this is because your brain loses control to some extent of the flow of information into the brain. So you can imagine, well, if psychic abilities is all about receiving information from some alternate source, from the future, from somebody else's mind, whatever, then perhaps psychedelics increase that sensitivity as well. So not just increasing normal sensory perception, but perhaps increasing the sensitivity of extra sensory perception. And there is a psychologist, David Lute, Greenwich University, a good friend of mine, who's a kind of very famous proponent of DMT, and he's also a parapsychologist, so he's interested in psychic abilities. So I know that he's kind of running, or has been running, very small experiments where he would give someone one of these standard psychic abilities tests, predicting the next card flip and that kind of thing, and then giving them a psychedelic, or often giving himself a psychedelic. He often works on himself, and then doing the experiment again and seeing if there's a statistically significant difference between his performance before taking LSD or whatever and after taking the drug. So these experiments aren't that difficult to do if you can find enough willing participants.